Creating a blog in Blackboard, there are two different ways to go about creating it. The first is to scroll down on your control panel here, navigation bar, and get to the control panel, expand class tools, and select blogs. I have the option here to create a blog, and I'm going to add a title and include instructions. This is what will help your students understand what your expectations are for the blog and how you want them to be building or creating in that blog. So set your expectations. When you've finished your instructions and set the expectations for your students and their participation within your blog, scroll down for some of those selector choices. I can decide if I want the blog to be available immediately or not yet and deploy it when I am ready to use it in the classroom. I can set dates for when it will start to display and when it will stop showing in the classroom. And then in the blog participation, I have a couple of choices. I can create this blog so it's individual to each student. They would each get their own version of this that would allow others to comment on. Or I can create a class blog where we are all contributing to the one blog and building on the thoughts there. I need to determine whether I want to allow for anonymous entries and comments or not. I'm going to uncheck that because I do not want to have anonymous posts in this particular blog. And then it will start to index these after a period of time. So do you want that to happen monthly where it'll start to tuck all the comments and the entries away by month? Or would you prefer to have that happen weekly? If you are going to be having a great deal of collaboration and participation in the blog, you might choose weekly. If it's something that's not being used as regularly, then monthly will probably work for you. A couple other choices to consider is, do you want users to be able to edit and delete their entries? And do you want them to be able to delete their own comments? It will depend a lot on the group of students that you're working with on whether or not you want to offer those options, but those are something that you want to set in the blog as you are creating it. You also have the determination on whether or not you are going to be grading this blog. It can be set to no grade or a grade with the possible points that you select. In this case, it's participation I'm looking for, so I'm not setting it for grading, and I'm going to go ahead and submit. Then I see my blog showing up here in my classroom. I can go ahead and click on it. At this point in time, my instructions show, but there are no entries. Once this blog has been deployed and is there for participation, students could come in and create their own entry. Once they've created an entry, they will show here in the list as people who have contributed to the blog itself. If it were a graded blog, there would be also a spot here for me to enter the grade for that member as they've participated in that particular piece. So again, I can click here and add my entry. And I would put my message in here. And once I've done that, I can also attach files to that, supporting my thinking or adding to the reason why I said what I said in my blog post. I can save it as a draft and come back and post it at a later date if I need to maybe think about it, add some more information or review, and then I simply click post entry, and now that is available for others to come in and comment on. Again, you will now see that there's a post here for me. If I were grading or going through as a teacher, I could click on that and scroll from person to person and see what they have added to the class blog at that point in time. Now, the blog has been created, but we need to have a way to find it in the class. So there are two different ways to make it available for students. You can use the menu up in the top right corner and actually add a tool link. When I do that, I'm going to say I'm looking for the class blogs here, and the type I'm looking for is actually a blog tool. That will take students directly to any blogs that are located in our class if I make it available. It comes in my navigation bar. Again, clicking on the class blogs would take them to the list of all blogs that are deployed for our classroom. But sometimes you might want to be more specific and have that blog actually come up in a content area. In this case, I really want this blog to deploy in our tools for engagement area because that's where it is pertinent to the conversation that's going on at this point. So now I'm coming into my Blackboard tools for engagement area. I'm going to click on tools and select blogs. So at this point, I can link to just all of our blogs like I did in creating the one in the navigation bar, or I can link to a specific blog. I prefer this method of deployment because I think if you have a blog that you're deploying, you are generally doing it for a specific reason within a specific content area. So the discussion here is about how do we engage, and my blog on how might you use a blog applies in this specific area. So I'm going to go ahead and click the one that I just created. I could create a new blog right from here and deploy it in the area right from this page. I would not have had to go to the control panel and select a blog there first. I'm going to click on next, and here I can add in some information because I'm actually doing this like an item in my classroom. And once I've gotten that information in, I again have the choice. Do I want it to be available to my students right away? And do I want to track the number of views? The statistic tracking here would allow me to see how many times my students have come into this blog and how long they spent once they were here. Again, I can set date restrictions and say it is not supposed to be shown until on Friday this week, and then I want it turned off on next Friday and made unavailable at that time. So you can use date and time restrictions. I'm going to go ahead and click submit. And now you will see in my actual content area, I have a new blog posted that how might you use a blog in your classroom. It has the blog icon over here on the left-hand side indicating the content type that it is. My directions are here for students to understand what they are doing here. And when they click inside the blog, you're going to see that same instructions for use, as well as the blogs that have already been posted. This is the very simple and easy way to deploy blogs right within your content area in Blackboard. I hope that you will take some time to think about where blogs might be appropriate and how you might be able to use them in your classroom to build some collaboration between students, help support your instructional goals. Thank you.